is so great. We're so happy you guys joined us this evening, and I see people now joining us on Facebook. But I'm so happy. Happy Wellness Wednesday, guys. We're so excited to be live with you for this very anticipated announcement, something we've been talking about and teasing you guys about with for a month, right, Deidre? 28 days of health. Hashtag 28 days of health. And we're so excited. We're just getting to wrap up our 28 days of skin next week. And people are posting. And by the way, if you haven't finished your 28 days, do not worry. You can start this process of the 28 days of skin whenever you want and stay with us on the program. We're super excited about the 28-day challenges that we've been launching. And I know it's picking up everywhere in the field. And I know JR personally wanted to get on because he's kind of been watching Deidra and I teaching about skincare last Monday, and all the girls, Lisa Martin and Lee Rader and everybody working together on 28 days of skin, that he was so impressed and so excited that you were excited about the challenge. He wanted to kick off tonight with us.
You're right, because you know, Loren, the habit of doing something that is doable is what creates success.
Yeah.
And so I didn't tell you to do this, but I was so impressed to see it in action and the response to it, and it's spreading. So this is a special night. I want to welcome everybody. The 28-day challenge doesn't end with skincare, although that's a great starting spot. It's just beginning. You know, so what does 28 days really mean? It's a bigger concept. I mean, I've been watching what's been going on with the skincare and the skin 28 days. It's just amazing to see what people are doing and how it spreads. And it even spreads to customers.
It really does.
And you can include customers. So what an incredible thing. But the 28 days means forming a new habit, doing something that you know you can do. It's very important. I just jotted down a few thoughts. It's one of the keys to success. 28 days of health begins Monday, November 2nd, with our favorite. She's a superstar, but she's an unsung hero. A lot of people really don't know her story, and I want to give it to you tonight. But Dr. Deedra Mason, Dr. D, she's pretty phenomenal. We're really lucky. You're really lucky to have her. As you get to know her, you'll see what I mean. She understands what works. So this is not just about your health. It's about your heart, your mind, your spirit, your soul. It's not about just skin and health. It's about you. Human connectivity and human touch in times like this is so important. It's so important that we stay connected. So when you're doing it together and having partners involved, it makes a huge difference. It's like anything else that we do. If you do it alone, too many things get in the way. But when you're in a group and you're having fun and everybody's expecting to see you and you're doing it together, it's fun and it keeps everybody engaged. Yeah. So engagement and doing little things every day is what makes for big success. It's not doing something huge all of a sudden. It's doing consistently little things that you know you can do. And so when you do them together, the probability of it working is much higher. So if you do it one day, it's luck if it works. But if you do it 28 days, you're going to have some wins. And those wins set in motion what makes it happen. Believe me, that's what it's all about. So I hope that we can get that across. But 28 days, developing a habit is what creates wins. And this will help you build your business. It'll reflect in getting more customers. It'll reflect in getting some of your people motivated and with momentum again, overcoming inertia. So it's about your possibilities and customers too. You want to get other people involved, get them on, and they'll have a great experience.
And potential customers.
Yeah,
and potential customers. That's right. They don't already have to.
It's a great way to introduce the business.
It's converting a lot of people who were wondering what's going on to become customers. So, January 1, we're going to have the 28-day fitness challenge, which is, after New Year's, everybody wants to get to their optimum weight and physique. And so that'll be perfectly appropriate.
Yes.
So listen, the key to this is that we have a superstar on our team when it comes to nutrition, when health, and wellness. And she's really an unsung hero. And I want to tell you a little bit about her because Dr. Mason is a naturopathic physician emphasizing complementary approaches to chronic disease. She's a graduate of National University of Natural Medicine. She uses a diverse combination of naturopathic medicine, Western botanical medicine, physiotherapy, and conventional medicine therapies to recover each individual at their full potential and wellness. That's a mouthful, but it's very, very accurate. She becomes well known in our circles as a professional, in professional circles, because of her passionate lecture. She just doesn't say it, she delivers it. She really does. You know, and she has a commitment to quality and patient care and the advancement of professional education. I mean, she's basically possessed by this, you know, and it's both within and without her, outside of her field. She's a licensed naturopathic physician for 20 years, so she has lots of experience. She's a nutraMetrix Educational Institute clinical director. She's director of nutraMetrix and clinical education. She has been consulting and practicing lifestyle medicine since 2014. Now I want to give you what I really think.
Yes.
Okay. Some of you know that I was educated as a biologist and majored in biochemistry. And so I don't know if you know this, but oligomeric proanthocyanidins, 3 of them, OPC3, I basically introduced or came up, right. So I know when somebody knows what they're talking about. And I can tell you that Dr. Mason impresses me because she clearly understands the metabolic and biochemical pathways that affect human physiology and the structure function mechanisms that we use nutraceuticals to optimize or to affect. So that enables her to know what nutraceuticals or supplements really do. And it requires that type of understanding and knowledge to put together the perfect things for each individual. So she's an expert. She gives the best scientific, unbiased advice. She cannot be manipulated. She's smart, she's on point, and she has her heart in it.
Yeah, and before I turn it over to Deedra, I just want to say that, you know, she and I are very dear friends. I call her about a lot of personal stuff too, and I think that we are really blessed and gifted that the fact that we get to utilize and not just spend this next 28 days with her, starting November 2nd on a nightly basis. She's going to be on Facebook with you and on Wednesdays for Wellness Wednesdays with you. But the fact that you get to, and she's going to do it again in January with us for fitness, right? But here's the thing. The fact that you get to interact with somebody right now, like JR said, in times like today, when there is no bridge for human connectivity, this is the bridge. Let this be your bridge. Let this be your guide so you're not alone. The fact that she cares about your heart and soul and not just your health is really important to me. That's what she's always saying to me. Don't let it just be about your health, Loren. Let it be about your heart and soul. And that's why I love her. I just think she's phenomenal. I think we're so blessed to have her on our team. And she and I just were so in awe at all of you who took advantage of the challenge over the last 28 days that we couldn't wait to get started. So tonight it's all about her and everything she's going to do. This
is like her going to the Olympics.
It is.
Her down. Look, she's already got 28 days mapped out in great detail.
She's amazing.
I mean, it motivates me when I look at it.
And you won't want to miss these sessions nightly in our Wednesday Wellness. But with that, Dr. Deedra, we're so blessed. We love you. Andrew, I know you're so excited.
You know, I enjoyed the 28 days of skin. Of course, our skin is our largest organ.
Yes.
We need to nourish it from the outside in, but also from the inside out, right? And the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And so
I'm glad you got that in there, Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I communicated that. But no, it's our greatest wealth is our health, and we're so fortunate to have somebody of Dr. D's. We call her Dr. D for those people who aren't part of our community here. But her wealth of knowledge is so valuable, and the connectivity we're going to have here is going to be very beneficial.
And
you
I
know,
think
for
that's what
everybody.
it's about. I think people who feel compelled to be a part of something right now, you can't get close to a physician right now. You can't even get into a physician's office right now with what we're dealing with coronavirus, COVID-19. And so the fact that we have somebody like her to inspire us and educate us and teach us, for me, that's enough to keep your mental mind going when you're suffering. So with that, I love you. You know how much I love you, Deidre.
Yes,
I'm so excited
thank
that we're
you
here.
so
We
much.
finally
It's
made
so
it.
much
We
love
finally
for
made
you
it.
guys.
We're
I know,
here.
here we are. And the thing that's been so much fun about it, but also hard, is to conceal this excitement, right? Because when Loren and I were discussing, like, what would be a home run? What would we love to see happen, right? We both were in agreement about community. We were both in agreement about increasing touch points for people so they could be healthy, but they could also share help with other people, because we knew that that was going to be the bridge to help people both mentally, physically, spiritually, right? And that's, I love that both JR and Loren had mentioned this idea of body and soul, because we're going to spend Sundays together. If you want to log in at 7 p.m. on Sundays for Soulful Sunday, we're definitely going to be paying attention to all planes of health. But as Andrew likes to say, it starts with the first step, right? And I think that we can all agree that we get motivated. We see something happen on Instagram. We see an image or an ideal, right? And we get motivated, right? And we inspire ourselves to do something. But I think we can also agree that inspiration for many people is short-lived. So it comes down to creating daily habits. And a lot of people feel like changing their health is a huge step. And that's why I really appreciate what you said, JR, about that it doesn't have to be a Herculean effort, right? It can be one thing that you do today. It can be one thing that you change today. And we're talking about making an impact where it doesn't just change something for you, but really understanding that when we change the way our perspective, when we frame health in a different way for us, we are invariably going to reframe health and well-being and spirituality and connectiveness for other people around us. If there's anything that we want to spread, that we want to be infectious, it needs to be this kind of caring and working with people. And that's where the 28 days was born. Right?
Yes.
So you can start where it works for you. Aging is defined very differently for people. Some people think about aesthetic aging. They think about metabolic aging. They think about the creaks and the bumps and the waking up and feeling like, oh, I'm getting old, right? And one of the things that we want to do is help you choose one product, one lifestyle change, a better routine around your sleep that can help you move the needle in your health. For us to be successful in these next 28 days, we want to ask ourselves, what is it that I would like to achieve? Right? What is it that's going to drive me to get out on the right side of the bed and not just choose something for health, something for another person, right? Or new information that I could learn. We're thinking about doing something bigger than that. And that is starting with a small flame and then letting that grow, right? So let me tell you a little bit about what we put together. We put together this concept of changing one thing. And the reason why I want to frame this for you this way is there's a lot of people that think that health is far away from them. And it gets closer and closer each day, right? When we do one thing. I like to frame this in physical fitness. People say, I can't do a push-up. And I say, let's do one. And then tomorrow we're going to do two. And then after that, we get to do three. And at the end of 28 days, are you doing more or less push-ups, body weight squats, healthy, mindful minutes, right? Walking, staying adherent to a regimen, right? At the end of 28 days, what you thought was going to be hard, and let's be honest, it's always hard in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But what ends up happening at the end of 28 days is you look back over your shoulder and you think to yourself, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. This was look how far I've come. Look what I've achieved. So we put together a choose one thing that you do. Maybe there's a supplement that you bought because you heard it was the bomb diggity, but you just never took it off of yourself. In these next 28 days, I want you to learn about that product with me. Maybe there's something that you do, you know it's good for you, you just don't do it consistently. So we are going to reaffirm and recommit to ourselves, and we're going to do it each and every day. And much like JR said, we're going to create a community that does it together. So I want you to post on a daily basis, right? If you can pull it off on a day, maybe that's one thing that you do, but I want you to share your lifestyle with us, right? When we built the 28 days, when Loren built the 28 days of skin, and I got to help with that, you know, one of the things that we asked people to do was to not just add a new skincare product or part of the regimen, but share that experience with us, right? So if you change a whole routine in the morning and you're adding smoothies in the morning, because that's a little bit of your self-care, as well as how you add in several more servings of fruits and vegetables to your diet, we want to see you post that lifestyle. If you take your dog for a walk, I want you to take the long way around the block, the way you don't normally take. And I want you to share that with us through lifestyle images, right? I want you to not just like Market America Healthy Living on Facebook and MA Healthy Living on Instagram. I want you to be able to share your lifestyle photos with us as well, so that we can show other people what a small effort, 28 days of health can look like. Now, we have created some supplement personalities, some bundles for you. And so this is exciting because we've got a skincare bundle that you can start to use. You can use a little bit of it or the full thing. So we're talking about the isotonic skin health formula, our beauty blend. We're talking about astaxanthin. Now you can use prime astaxanthin or the isotonic astaxanthin. Both of them with 6 milligrams of astaxanthin, perfect for the skin and hydration. We've got collagen. I don't know if you're like me, but when collagen came out, I took the Pure Collagen Challenge, right? I was posting about that on Facebook because I wanted people to know that not only did we have an incredible collagen, we had a collagen that was in this easy to travel, this incredibly great tasting concentrated emulsion, right? We've also got the benefits when we think about the beauty blend, the Pure Collagen, the astaxanthin. I want you to take it one step further and know that the road to health is paved with good intestines. So we've got a follow your gut bundle, right? Protect the gut bundle. This is something with the NutriClean fiber powder, and this has got, we're talking about adding aloe, ultimate aloe to our daily regimens, probiotics 10 and curcumin extreme. Now, what we're going to be doing over the course of 28 days is I'm going to share information about why and how ingredients like this, these functional ingredients, are so powerful. You might be thinking about the holidays and just rubbing your temples and thinking, oh, the stress, oh, the what do I have to get done before the end of 2020? Or maybe you're just thinking, oh my gosh, how is it already the end of 2020? And then some of us are like, bring on 2021. I need this year gone, right? I just want to walk away from this year.
Totally.
So
and
we've
by
got.
the way, Deidre, just wanted to mention one thing too. A lot of people are asking, they love that you said they need to be posting. And I just wanted to remind them that the hashtag 28 days of health is the hashtag you want to use. And you want to post on your personal pages as well as in our healthy living page, because we want to be able to find you on your own page. That's how you'll get new customers. That's how you can get potential possibilities to pay attention to what we're doing and invite them.
So make sure, everybody, that you're following MA Healthy Living on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yep, you're going to find us on Market America Healthy Living on Facebook and MA Healthy Living on Instagram. And that's exactly right, because the impact that you're going to make is in your community, not just our community, right? We're all sitting here rooting you on. We want this to be your very best 28 days. Where that's really going to make an impact is when you're sharing it with people in your own neighborhood, in your own Facebook circles, in your own social networks, right? If you're part of a mommy's group, hashtag 28 days of healthy living, right? You want to make sure that the hashtag 28
Days of health.
Days of
days of
health.
health. Thank you. I knew I did it
After
wrong.
28 days of health, we want to keep it short and sweet so we can find you, because that's what Deidre and I and the team will be doing. We'll be searching for your health, for your hashtag. And one thing I wanted to mention too, as she explained, sharing the lifestyle clips are so important right now, because we want to be able to capture that and feature what you're experiencing during those 28 days. And Deidre and I and the team will be picking a lot of winners, sending them out some products, and also featuring them on a lot of our email blasts that go out to everyone.
That's exactly right.
Very
And Andrew, you had mentioned how this could be really powerful for customers as well,
Obviously,
right?
it's very powerful and beneficial for our community of unfranchised owners. But beyond that, it's very beneficial for our existing customers. But even beyond that, listen, I think it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity to introduce new customers or potential customers to our
Possibilities
products.
for your business.
I mean,
If you've been afraid to talk about the products, not sure what to say, you can't get anyone better than our Deidre. That's all there is to it.
Exactly.
And that's why we're going to do that 28 days the way we've laid them out at 7 p.m. each night, starting next Monday, the 2nd. I will be going live with a health topic, not a product topic. I'll be talking about health. And this is going to be a powerful platform for you to invite guests and customers to, because what they're going to walk away with is information about the importance of hydration or movement or sleep or laughter or 10 mindful minutes with themselves, creating a list of things that they're going to make sure they do each day, because that's a commitment to themselves, their family, and then ultimately their community. While they may learn that collagen is a powerful protein, that it is powerful for skin and joints and improving gastrointestinal health, they're going to hear about all of the health factors and then ask themselves the question, is there something for that? Right? At the end of the day, the universe chooses the path of least resistance. And for many people making lifestyle changes, the path of least resistance is a supplement one, where they want to fill in gaps where their diet has fallen short. They want to know if there's a solution that will get them there faster. So while we talk about healthy sleep, movement, mental health, self-care, sleep and routines, they're going to get the message that there are things that they need to do, like drinking water every day, and that things like collagen and astaxanthin can amplify the impact of drinking enough water each and every day so that they can reach their healthcare goals. I want you guys to know how exciting this is going to be. And that's why we put the challenge together. To participate in the challenge, we want to see those lifestyle images. We want you definitely using the hashtag, right? We definitely want you tagging us in the photos, like Loren said. We're going to be watching for those. We're going to be boosting those. We're going to be profiling those. You can also share at by visiting hashtag healthy goals page on shop.com. That again is something that's going to allow you to share your shop.com with customers. They're going to be able to learn all about this challenge and how to log in to topics coming up. We just want you to show up each and every day. And some of the exciting things that we're doing is that they are going to be recorded. I know that comes in through the chat. Are we going to be recording them? Will we be able to share them? We're going to make sure that these are shareable. That's why we have the MA Healthy Living page, because we're going to make sure it's all shareable, right? When I go live, make sure you're doing watch parties. Make sure you're sharing it with other people so that they know they can come back and find us on that page. Ultimately, Andrew, they're going to say, what is Market America Healthy Living? What a great platform. What great information. How do I learn more about this? And then, what happens is, while I may talk about one topic, they may say, well, do you have something for? Maybe it's a topic I haven't done yet, right? And that's what the Wednesdays are going to be all about. On Wellness Wednesdays, we're going to have an incredible platform where you get to call in and ask questions. This is a myth busting day. This is where I want you to put questions in comments on Facebook Lives, or maybe in Market America Healthy Living, where you're going to ask questions. And this is the way we want them done, so that we know which ones we want to pull and read live on the webinar. I want you to write them in this format where you say, Andrew, you'll say, I've always heard that I need to drink 64 ounces. We're going to fill it in with the question that I need to drink at least 64 ounces of water today. Is that true? And live on our Wednesday show, I'm going to let you know if that's true or not. Should you be drinking water in a different way? Maybe you've heard another health myth that we can bust, or find out if it's a half truth or a whole truth. But you have to log in on Wednesday nights to find out. And if you've got questions that you want to send to me, you can send them through the comments on the Facebook page. You can email MA Healthy Living at mahealthyliving@marketamerica.com. And just make sure that you post your question in that way. I
think you're going to be featuring a lot of people too.
I'm going, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna part of that boosting those questions is inviting people to be a part of a live discussion where you get to ask those questions and we go back and forth and have a discussion about it. So on Wednesday nights, we're going to have panelists that will help us kind of bust some myths. Some of them will be healthcare providers, maybe someone in the fitness industry that can help us bust some of those myths. And some of them are going to be you that bring those questions to us and just ask us live. Is it true?
Perfect. And I think one of the fun things is that, Deedra, I loved when we were doing 28 Days of Skin, how you told us all, when you go into the bathroom and you do your skincare, do 10 squats. And I've
got all kinds of routines.
Those little efforts, though, make a big difference.
Yeah.
So I put that sticky note on my mirror, do the 10 squats when you're in the bathroom, Loren, until you finally it becomes a habit.
You're right.
And you don't have to worry about putting that note up there anymore, but you do it and all of a sudden it becomes part of your routine.
That's exactly right. What used to be hard is now just every day, and you're healthier every day for it.
It's funny, Kitty Chang is on with us, and she was with us during the skincare training we did, and she said since you announced that, she's been doing her squats daily in the bathroom also.
So we've got one here where Trista, she says, oh my God, Loren and Dee, I totally did that on a Facebook Live the very next day. I've been doing squats ever since.
That was Trista. Great job, Trista. We're so proud of you guys. And I think it's so important. There's people who are just saying they're so excited. And they're really, and listening to you, I'm excited too, but you're gonna get not just the discussion about health. It's gonna be so good for the soul. For me, listening to her is so good for the soul, and the little tips and tricks that she tells you to do in between, like throwing it out there at all of us during our session, like you need to do the squats when you go to the bathroom, just 10 every time you go to the bathroom. Well, those 10 squats add up. And before you know it, you've done something that you didn't think you can do. And I think one thing, Deedra, that you said that was so critical is that the hardest part is just starting.
Yeah.
Right? Just getting off the ground, just start. You got nothing else to lose and everything to gain by just starting with us.
I completely agree. It doesn't get easier. No, we think to ourselves too often, well, I'm going to do that someday. And someday is further away, and it's harder to get back to this place of health. So that's why we're going to start today. Small steps lead to very big changes. Loren, I have a couple of people that I want to pull up out of our audience. People from all over the United States to maybe share with us some, what kind of impact they think 28 Days of Health may have for their community. I know that we have Barb Bolt from Economawalk. She's from Wisconsin. Barb, let's unmute you. There she is. Good deal. So Barb,
Hi.
you've heard what we're doing, right? We kept it a secret from everyone. We just said it's going to be awesome. But now that you know what we're doing, what are your thoughts?
Well, you did keep it a secret, and that drove me nuts. But thank you. And again, I am really, really excited. Why? Because anytime there is some way, someplace, somehow, I am kept accountable, first of all to myself, but now to a group, everyone does better. So being accountable, 28 days, everyone can do 28 days. And I'm excited. I did the skincare one, even though I wasn't on the social media part, but it is phenomenal. And now beauty from the inside out. I am so pumped. I am so excited. But more than that, I've got 3 daughter-in-laws that I'm going to kick to this and 2 granddaughters that are in their 20s. So I'm going to spread it out and pay it forward to my family and then to my customers. So I am pumped. I'm excited. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thanks, Barb.
We've got Shannon Goodberry from Buffalo.
Oh, hi, Shannon.
Hey. And it was a secret. I agree. I was like, waiting.
We kept getting these emails and these text messages. Just tell me. Just tell me.
Exactly.
And I will not tell you.
Oh, so as I'm absorbing all of this live, like everyone else, I think about November, and it's the month of gratitude in so many ways. And that community building immunity reference that you shared right from the beginning of this global pause has really connected with me. And I've been passing that to others because we can connect through Zoom. It is a beautiful community, and 28 days of wellness really impacts me. You know, I saw the 28 days of skincare and I was just one of those watchers, you know, and then I found myself watching and going to bed with my makeup on, quality motives and our skincare. So not as bad as what others go to bed when they wear their makeup. But I went to bed and then I seriously laughed at myself because I started cursing all of you because it forced me to get up and go wash my face before I could let that happen. So I know that I base my day every day. When I wake up, I say I'm a warning or an example to all others in all areas of my life. And so this is really going to make an impact for all the people I care about, including the business partners that I work with, and the impact, the ripple effect that we get to touch, but also private messages and calls to my my family and my friends to say, this is the topic that's coming up. Or watching a replay of you and saying, you have to go to this page and watch this, because the clients that I have that have watched you train, not just on product knowledge and quality formulations that matter, not all supplements are created equal, but the health knowledge that you said behind all of that, they are clients for life for me on a monthly basis because they understand why.
This is going to be so powerful for your business. And I think so many people are going to grow from this experience because it's really amazing that you can do it yourself. But the fact that Dr. Deedra is saying, let's bring on the customers, let's bring on the potential customers, let's bring on those possibilities, Shannon, that can only help you grow. And, you know, you're getting it right from the best.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Shannon. That's fantastic.
And now make sure, by the way, make sure you take off your makeup at night.
Yeah, now I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah. Take off that makeup at night. Yeah. And, you know, for those of you, I see a lot of you are doing both. By the way, congratulations on your 28 days. Some of you are finishing up, I see, and some of you have a few more days to go. We're rooting you on. Share those before and afters because, like we said, Deedra and I will be using those for our other email blast, right? We're going to be putting out email blast with your before and afters. It blows me away.
It's really exciting.
It does. And, you know, one of the things I think that we're so, I'm looking forward to, Deedra, is that you know that JR and I use so many products. Like Andrew, we take everything. But the one product that we're not consistent enough with is the aloe. And it's really one of our best products.
Top selling
And
products.
Andrew said the same thing. He said, it's crazy. We
I
supplement
use
so
many
much.
supplements that of ours for years, but for some reason that the Ultimate Aloe hasn't
Yeah,
been part of my
it hasn't
regimen
been part of our
consistently.
regular, consistent regimen. So I want to emphasize something that was so important that we did with the 28 days. And Deidre said it in the beginning. You see, it's about, yes, of course, we want you to add at least one product that you've never used in the categories to what you're doing currently. If you're doing everything, fantastic. If you're not, pick up some of the products and do it with us. For instance, you can do one of the categories, either beauty from the inside out, de-stress your life, or you can do follow your gut, or you can do all of them. We plan to do all of them for the 28 days because we think it's so important. It's really life-changing. So the thing that we did with the skincare program is we believe that a lot of people have our products. Some of them use them all. Most of them don't use them all. And some of them didn't have certain treatment products that made a big difference, right? So by adding one product, you saw what happened to you when you added the retinol and the mask.
Exactly.
One product can make a huge difference for somebody. And that's why she said, we want you to share that with us. If you're picking up aloe for the first time, or you're doing the NutriClean Fiber, hi sweetie, or the NutriClean Fiber for the first time, share it with us because you're going to inspire others to see what you're doing and they're going to start doing it.
Learn from each other along the way.
That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens. And like I said, what seemed hard to you, now you just do every day, and it's infectious. You start sharing that with other people. I get giddy every time I think about what we're going to do. I get excited every time I think about the calendar that we built because it's so customer centric. It's so health centric. It's not product centric. It's well-being centric. And that means that you're speaking to people from a place of integrity. You're speaking to people from a place of heart. As Loren's mentioning, is that this is really what I believe from here, right? I'm speaking from here is going to be of benefit to you. And when you're able to talk, not just from experience, but from these are the types of changes that you can see. Nobody feels sold. They feel like you have their best interests at heart. Now, I know we've got Tom Pasternak on, and I'm going to see what he thinks, right? We should get another perspective.
Hi, Tom.
There he is.
Let's see. Let's
We gotta
get
get your
unmuted.
mute. I think you're muted, Tom.
Unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, we
There
How's
you
that?
are.
Does that work better?
Well done.
Hi,
Okay.
Tom.
Hi, guys. Well, first of all, how do you follow Barb Bolt and Shannon Goodberry? Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of something eloquent to say here. I just had some thoughts running to my head listening to all of you. I started this business about 1,000 years ago to try and make a living. And I had never taken a vitamin of any kind in my life. And it turns out that while we were trying to make a living, we got healthy as a side effect. And I started learning and I started going to these. And what occurs to me is that we have such an incredible, as owners and even customers. I have one of my top customers on it. He's been with me for over 10 years. He wanted to learn more about it. And we were on with our teams today, and we have customers who have been with us for, lots of them for over 10 years. Now that speaks to the quality of what we're doing.
Right.
It works. We're helping a lot of people. And then every time I go to a Dr. D seminar, I start taking one more product that I haven't been taking. My goodness, I could be taking
have that effect on people.
Although we feel great, I'm very seriously, and Dennis Frank said something about offense years ago. Well, how about offense? How about not going to the doctor? So I'm just astounded at the quality. I went to a nutraMetrix recertification years ago, and Dr. D was speaking, and I was just blown away by the quality and ability to make hard stuff sound like doable for the rest of us regular folks. So I'm thrilled for our partners and our customers to have access to someone like Dr. D.
Well, thank you. Thank you so
Me
much.
too. Ditto.
That's fantastic. I want to go to Wendy Moquin. Now, Wendy Moquin, we have such a great story together. When I met Wendy, I just simply needed to meet this woman with this fantastic hair, this style. I needed to meet this diva, one diva to another. How are you, Wendy?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on, Dr. D and Loren. I'm just
Hey.
so excited about this 28-day challenge. I did the skin. I didn't, I've been doing it. I've been loving every minute of it. And it does force you to do the regimen before you go to bed if you make that 28-day commitment. And the 28-day health challenge is really exciting. I think I'm really looking forward to the engagement of not only with my team, but the engagement of customers. I just sat here, I just made a list of 25 customers I'm going to reach out to for this. People that have been ordering from me that I don't even know. And I'm like, wow, this is such a great way to do add-ons for people, right? Products.
Almost like a gift.
Pardon?
It's like a gift to them.
It
Oh my
is.
goodness, yes.
And to have none other than Dr. Deedra talking about it, a naturopathic physician, rather than me suggesting it. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my team having some guidance and having the accountability, like Barb said, to plug into this and learn about products they don't know about. I mean, it's amazing to me. I've been around like Shannon and Barb and Tom and, a long time. And I'm always surprised at how many UFOs don't realize some of the products that we have.
It's so true.
It's so true. I know when I started in this business, every month I would add a new product to my auto ship, or anytime I placed an order, I try something new, and
it's about consistency. It really is about
Exactly.
consistency. That's what the 28-day challenge is about. And that's what Deedra and I talked about in July before I launched it with the skin. And that's when I called Andrew in June and I said, I want to do a 28-day challenge that never ends, that we keep adding on. And it's really about consistency because we all use a lot of great products. But even JR and I and Andrew, all three of us dug in when we got to the 28 days of health. And we said, you know what? We're not doing the aloe.
We do so
We're-
much.
We
you don't
do
realize
so
it's
much, you
very
forget
valuable.
little bit of things.
Correct.
And Deedra said, Loren, with your problems with your colonoscopy and surgeries in the past that you've had, that will do wonders for you.
right.
And I thought about it. I thought, she's so right. Now I'm going to have Andrew add that to my daily regimen.
Fantastic.
But it makes so much sense. But for me, like you said, Wendy, it's about being consistent.
Right.
It really is about being consistent. And Jim Winkler said, when you said you're going to get 25 customers on, Jim Winkler's
We all should be
online, and
doing
he
it.
said, you know what, we should all be inviting 25 customers
Exactly.
to this.
And
No,
I
it
do
really
want
is.
to add to what's so impressive about this, having Dr. Deedra, a naturopathic physician, and Loren, you and JR and Andrew, Loren and JR as owners of this company participating like this,
Right.
hands-on, digging in, being with us as part of the field. Like I always tell people, JR says, I am the CEO, but I'm a better UFO, but somebody's going to run the company. I mean, this is just so amazing that
Well, we're
owners
really excited.
of $1 billion company are participating with us, and you're one of us. So
I feel like, we have a gift of Dr. Deedra. I feel like we all have to participate. And I'm glad you brought that up because actually, Deedra and I talked about this just a month ago when we were planning for the skincare training that we did last Monday. But one of the things that we really want people to understand is that when we talk about this, we want everybody to take advantage of it. I know that some of you may be like us and take almost all of the products, but you have to lead by example, right? You have to lead by example, and you want to get your own team on. So what's wrong with doing a challenge? Like you see people like Olivia Lee, they're out there doing their own 28-day collagen challenge. People are doing stuff and it's catching on. So we want people to lead from the front and get their people on and do it with them. Even if you don't think you need it, everybody should be doing it together.
and what better time to have it than during these times with what's going on out in the world today?
Couldn't be a better time.
More
Right. It's a
perfect
way to be
timing. Are
connected.
you kidding
Exactly.
me? It's awesome. So thank you so very much.
That's
Good to see you, Wendy.
fantastic.
We love
guys.
you, Wendy.
There's a theme that you continue to see as we do this, and it's the 28 days. And I love, because Loren revealed that secret. It's going to be the 28-day challenge that never ends. And it's so great because people start to really embrace all kinds of areas of health. They start to embrace healthy living, and they get surprised at how young they are, how young they feel. And that's why this 28 days is such a powerful placement. Shannon had mentioned a season of gratitude. And so if this challenge for you is about being grateful for your body, then let's celebrate that, right? And then as we move into January, and with this opportunity to talk about fitness and healthy body composition, right? You have primed yourself in these next 28 days to really be able to maximize your next fitness challenge, because we're going to, as we said, work on the body. We're going to work on the spirit. We're going to work on the mind. We're going to work on metabolism, and that's going to set you up for success in your next 28 days. And it's going to be that ongoing, how much more could I push myself? What more am I capable of? If you leave this 28 days really understanding what your body is capable of, we won. We absolutely won.
Yeah.
And everyone around you wins when you share it with them. So we couldn't be more excited. I mean, I'm speaking for everybody tonight, but I just couldn't be more excited. I hope this is infectious for you, because I
hope
not
it already
be
is.
happy.
It's infectious for me, and we've been doing it together, and we had so much great success. But for me, tonight was just an exciting launch, to talk about what will happen. Remember, it starts this coming Monday, November 2nd. You can join with us and Dr. Deedra when she goes live every night on Facebook, which is incredible. And every Wednesday with us. Join us on Wednesdays, Wellness Wednesdays, where you can have questions answered that you never dreamed anyone would answer, and you'd have to spend a lot of money to get answered. That's what I love. I love that we're sharing. Like, I see Dr. Deedra as somebody that, even though she's my friend, I hold her so high on a pedestal because she does know so much. She is so qualified to answer those questions. I see Olivia Lee's joined us tonight, and she's so excited about it. And I saw her spreading the word to her team. And I think that's what it's about. It's about sharing this information. It makes us better. You make us better, Deedra. And we're just so honored. This is like our own podcast with Deedra. You know what I mean? I'm Dr. Deedra. And I just am so excited about the rewards, the results. And I want you guys to remember, if you don't understand what I mean, go back and look at the hashtag of 28 Days of Skin and look what everybody did. And Vina helped us when we trained about skin. Look at those hashtags that we launched and see the before and after over that 28 days. The reward is it just feels so good. That result, you can't replace.
No, and helping somebody feel that way, right? Putting a smile on somebody's face. I tell you, there is no substitute for that. So this is fantastic. You guys, just a couple of those details. You're going to follow us, like us on Market America Healthy Living on the Facebook page. Make sure to follow us on MA Healthy Living on Instagram. 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I will go live with a health topic. The health topics are short, so they're totally shareable. Definitely appropriate for you, your family, and your customers, as well as new customers. I am honored to be a part of your health movement, moving the needle towards better health for you, better well-being for you, body, mind, and soul. Each night, we're not going to miss it for 28 days. And then, of course, on Wednesdays for our Wellness Wednesdays, you'll get to see a lot of, you'll start to see more details of that and how to get your questions into the pool. And some of you, like Loren said, we're going to use as panelists so that you can ask your questions live. If that's your vibe, I want you in my tribe.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I'm so excited. So Monday night, November 2nd, our hashtag 28 Days of Health. Remember, please share those lifestyle photos. Please share with us the picture. Hi, honey, you can come here. Please share with us the new products that you're adding each week. Go the journey with us, right?
And speaking of new products, it's worth noting just very quickly before we wrap up, just because they came in today, the new skincare products of Lumiere de Vie. The Renewal Gelée, which of course includes astaxanthin. You can see that, but it's available now, right, Dr. D?
Yep.
And of course, the Renewal Hand and Body Cream also with the ingredient astaxanthin. So
we're excited about those.
Now.
Over the top excited. Yeah.
Good things.
Most
Good
definitely.
Things.
So
okay,
proud
you guys.
and so honored.
Very good. Okay, until we get to see you on our next live, go be healthy, go be brilliant.
That's it. We love you guys. We'll see you on Monday, November 2nd. Be there. Don't miss out on this. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.